So this is a fun story from Drone DJ. And when I say fun, I mean that sarcastically. So the story is out of New York City, and basically, just to summarize things, a 22-year-old videographer with his DJI Air 2S flew his drone into the World Trade Center in New York City. So here's the story. I've got it up on the screen. It says, "Now I've got a great New York story. Texas tourist who crashed drone into 7 World Trade Center." And then here you can see his story on Instagram or Snapchat, wherever this is from. "Just accidentally flew my drone into the World Trade Center. Please stand by." I assume that this is a picture of him right here. And then this one right here is him showing the NYPD counterterrorism team talking to him. Doesn't seem like a good situation for this guy. The article says, "A 22-year-old videographer and financial trader from Texas could have never guessed that he would be spending a day or two of his New York vacation with the FBI and New York Police Department's counterterrorism unit. But that's what happens when you accidentally fly a drone into the 7 World Trade Center building." So just to be clear, this isn't the one World Trade Center, the huge building that you see in New York City. This is one of the surrounding buildings. The World Trade Center is made up of multiple buildings, not just the main tower that everybody sees in the photos. So I just want to make that clear. His name is Adam Ismail, who lives in Dallas, and he learned a hard lesson about drone regulations on Monday afternoon when his DJI Air 2S drone crashed into the 52-story Lower Manhattan building and got lodged on the building's facade on the 3rd floor. The drone was about 8 stories into the air before it crashed and got stuck between 2 glass panels right above the front entrance of the building. So as you can see, these are the glass panels that they are referring to. You could definitely see how the drone would get stuck. A spokesperson for the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey told Fox News that the Port Authority police desk had received word about the crash just before 3 p.m. The tip triggered a massive city and federal level law enforcement response that ended with Ismail receiving a ticket for violating the city code preventing personal use of the drone. So yeah, that's another thing too. I'm very surprised he was just issued a ticket, although that is what he should be issued. He didn't put anybody's life in danger. He was flying a DJI Mavic Air 2S, but the point being is that you really need to know where you can and cannot fly. I thought it was a known fact that you can't fly a drone in Lower Manhattan or anywhere in Manhattan, and it may actually be citywide. So if you want to fly your drone and get views of New York City, you'll have to go to the New Jersey side and launch your drone from there, which isn't bad if you ask me. That's probably the best view of the city. Of course it'd be cool to fly directly right over the city, but New York City is one of the most protected places on the planet, and you should know better, in my opinion. If you're flying drones, if this guy is really, like they're claiming, a videographer like that's flying a drone, like you should definitely know the local laws, the local regulations, especially in New York City. But yeah, that's really too bad that this happened to the guy. At least he's not going to jail. I don't think he deserves to go to jail, but the unfortunate part about all this is that incidents like these lead to more regulations that affect people that do follow the rules, like myself. It's kind of annoying, but the New York Police Department, the counterterrorism unit, and the FBI responded. Wow, it was quite a New York greeting. Now I've got a great New York story. Everybody was a good sport. I didn't give the cops a hard time, and they didn't give me a hard time. They just had to check that I was doing what I said I was doing. Yeah, overall, I'm glad it ended okay. I'm glad nobody got hurt, but this is a lesson to everybody that is flying drones. Just know the rules, and that's about it.